Welcome back, everybody. I'm joined by my friend Brock here, back again. It's a great day for Eagles fans, obviously. One of the greatest days in a while. Devonta Smith, the Philadelphia Eagle, drafted 10th overall last night by the Eagles in the first round. They traded up with the Cowboys. And before we get into Devonta Smith and everything, I want to get into what happened before the pick, because I know I was nervous before they traded up Dallas, and I know Brock got some thoughts on it too. He was nervous.
Yeah, looking back on Trav, when we watched Waddle go off early, we saw Pitts go off, and then Carolina really surprised there with getting Horn at 8, and then Denver I really thought was going to go quarterback just to solidify the position, but they went with Patrick Surtain, which I think for them is a good addition for their defense, and then the nerves started coming in because I had a really good idea that New York was going to target a wide receiver, Definitely. Whether it would be Smith or if Waddle was still on the board. Obviously, Waddle was not, so I thought Smith was going to be their guy. And then, watching the draft there, you're getting nervous because you're like, oh, what are we going to do? I had 5 guys in mind last night at 12 that I thought we could possibly get. It was the corners, Horn and Surtain, and then hopefully Waddle and Smith, and then my backup was Micah Parsons. I really believed Dallas was going to go defense, so they went Micah Parsons. And then in my head was New York was going to go Smith. Who are we going to be left with? And when watching Dallas, you saw the time really tick, and I'm like, wow, you know what? This could possibly be a trade. The pick wasn't in yet. Shefty didn't come on the screen yet. And then we saw the pick, the trade. And then I got even more nervous because the rumors all week, Philly liked Justin Fields. And I was like, oh, no, we're going to draft a quarterback here. We're not going to let Hurts have his time. And then when the pick came in, I was so excited. We got our number 1 wide receiver to complement Rager, Travis Fulgham, JJ Arcega-Whiteside. He might make an impact this year. But then you have Dallas Goedert in the middle. I'm really excited with the addition of Devonta Smith. We saw what he could do in college. He is small, but his route running is perfect. He catches the ball, he high points the ball, and he really finds ways to get open. Yes, it was Alabama's offense. We got a new offense in Philly now with Nick Sirianni. I'm excited. A lot of our coaches are heavy wide receiver mentality, and I'm really excited for Devonta Smith.
Oh, for sure. Definitely. Same here. You touched everything about Devonta Smith. I want to touch base about Howie Roseman now with the pick and the whole first round in general. Starting off at number 6 with a tank in the last game, losing to the Redskins, Washington. And then obviously going back to number 12, trading back. You gained a first round pick for next season. And then now you trade back up yesterday to number 10. You only lose a third round pick. We had 2 third round picks this year, so really nothing. And obviously at number 6, we would have had no Chase and Pitts already. They were gone. Waddle's taken at 6, but Devonta Smith is obviously just as good as Waddle, and worked out perfectly. Got to give a lot of credit to Howie Roseman. Really hit a home run on this pick this year in the first round, and got to continue it in the rest of the draft. And just got to give credit to Howie Roseman there. I mean, he was huge. What he did all fell in line. Obviously, he said Carolina and the other teams that all fell in line there. And then trading with Dallas, I couldn't believe it. Like Brock said, when I saw a trade, and I was like, what team? And the Eagles. Worked out perfectly thanks to Dallas. Obviously, like Brock said, hopped in front because the Giants were definitely going to take Devonta Smith there. So just worked out perfectly in the first round. And Brock's got some preview of the second round coming up, third round.
Yeah, so looking at today, we start with the 37th pick, which is technically 5th in the second round. Yes, we lost our second, third rounder, but that really, if you put it in perspective, that was Carson's other pick that came along with him. I mean, we lose our lower third-round pick because our higher third-round pick is ours, and we still have that. So looking at the second round today, we're picking 5th technically. There's a lot of good players still on the board. Personally, I would not hate if we went Elijah Moore out of Ole Miss to really solidify the wide receiver group. But if he's not there, I have no problem with getting Asante Samuel Jr. I do think Atlanta could dictate that a little bit. I heard they are looking at corners. In the mock draft I looked at this morning from Tom McShay, they do have Asante Samuel Jr. going to Atlanta. But there's one guy that really sticks out, and his name, I call him JOK. He's the linebacker, number 5 from Notre Dame. He's a speed outside linebacker. He can cover zone and in man-to-man, and he lines up on the line sometimes in Notre Dame. He made a big impact, and for picking him in the second round is a steal for the Eagles. That gets us another good linebacker with speed and helps our linebacker crew, and he's young. He's really young, so obviously there's going to be some teaching there, but I think that would really help our linebacker group. But my top 3 today, if we could get them, any one of them, I would be super happy, would be Asante Samuel Jr., JOK, or Elijah Moore. So, what do you think about it, Trav?
Definitely, I'm thinking Asante Samuel Jr., quarterback there, and I really haven't looked at much mock drafts and everything, but Brock has much more insightful knowledge than me on it, and I'm just looking forward to it. We got our top receiver, skill guy, Devonta Smith, awesome stuff there last night, and it's got to keep hitting on these guys in second, third rounds going into the weekend, and I'm looking forward to tonight. And also having Brock on here, love his knowledge and insight, and if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe to the show, and as always, let's go Birds!
Go Birds, baby!